Hello everyone, in this video we're going to work on key vaults where we're going to implement secure data by setting up the always encrypted feature within Azure. Now this particular lab is very important that you should do if you are studying for the AZ500 Azure Security Technologies exam, which is an associate level exam. And I have already completed previous 9 labs if you look for the AZ500 series lab. So in this lab we're going to focus on this one. Just like any other lab, this lab is also available from Microsoft Learning, and I'm going to give you the link in the video description. And we have two main objectives in this lab. Configure the key vault with a key and a secret. This is pretty simple. You shouldn't have any problem understanding how to do that. And create an application to demonstrate using the key vault for encryption. So this one might take a little bit of time for us to do it, okay? We have some lab files that we are going to use in this particular lab for our deployment, and this particular lab it looks like it will take us about an hour to finish. So let's just start with this one. What we'll do, really, we're going to download these files in one place, and then we'll start the lab. So let's copy this down over here. So these are the files that we need. Let me just copy this as well, just in here, so we know what lab we're working on. So before we start, I'm just gonna go back to the home, and then all files and labs, then 10, and then we should have all 3 files. There are multiple ways to download that, but I just go there. I don't download the whole GitHub repository. If you like, you can absolutely do that. Then I'm going to put it under this particular folder, okay? So I got the first file, and let's go get the parameters file, okay? Go to the raw version of it, okay, then save. So I got 2 of them, and let's get the third one, which is the program.cs file, okay? It looks like a C#. Alright, so let's save and save. Okay, we got the files that we need for the lab, so let's go back to the lab then. So go back to the very top, click on your labs, and go back to your key vault. So it's over here. Okay, so let's get started. So we have kind of 4 different tasks. Okay, so we're gonna do deploy and configure an Azure VM with Visual Studio 2019. Okay, in this one we will also have the SQL Server Management Studio. We're gonna create a configure a key vault, add a key to the key vault, and add a secret to the key vault. Okay, so that's not too bad. So they are saying if you're using a lab provider that has both Visual Studio 2019 and SQL Server Management, you can skip. So you just need, so if you are like watching this lab, you already have Visual Studio 2019 and SQL Server Management installed, you don't need the first part, but I don't, so I still go to my portal. Okay, and from the portal I'm going to deploy this first JSON, and that's going to give me what we need. So let's just go to my Azure environment. Let's see, if I search deploy a custom template is what you want. Okay, from here once it comes, you just say build your own template in the editor. You click on that one, and then you do load file. Okay, load file, I'm gonna go home, desktop, I think, yeah, over here. Today we got which 3 files we got today, right? Why is it not showing the file that I need? Did I put it inside here? No, it's put it here. I think these are the files that I need. Okay, Azure 500. Okay, I got it. So here AZ510 Azure deploy.json. AZ510 Azure deploy.json. So this is one of the files that you need. Okay, load files. Okay, that's, we got it. So let's go back. So same thing, it says load and open, and then on the edit template click save. Okay, so we got the file. So edit template, you save. Okay, now from the edit parameter we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna say load file, and for the parameters Azure deploy.json, so click that one and I'll say save. So I think that's pretty much all you need. So you have loaded your deploy JSON file and you have provided the parameters. Let's see. Okay, we are down to step 8 on the custom deployment blade. So now we are gonna put some parameters to for the final, like over here we're gonna create a new resource group, and on that resource group we're gonna say AZ500 lab 10. Okay, so AZ500 lab 10, say okay. East US is fine, then standard D2S v3, standard D2S v3, VM name is fine, student password I think they are probably okay, student admin password I don't know, so I'll just repeat that one, AZ510 vnet1. So all of that matches, so I've been pretty good. So just remember to click on this I agree to the terms and conditions and just hit purchase. Okay, if your validation is successful, it will automatically start the deployment, which it did. Okay, I don't think we need to wait for this deployment to be completely done. We can go ahead and start creating our Azure key vault. So let's see what they're saying. Okay, yeah, they're saying just wait for the deployment to complete. I don't. All right, let's see what we want to do when the deployment is done. So once the deployment is done, they're saying download the RDP file and log into the machine, right? Wait for the remote server manager. Okay, so here click on the local server IE. So this is something that we have been doing. So we're gonna turn off the Internet Explorer enhanced security configuration. We'll turn that to off and start Internet Explorer and browse to this download SQL Server Management Studio page. Download and start the SQL Server Management Studio. So this is something we need to do. So this is something I think that template that we just deployed, that one should already have all of that installed, and you shouldn't be doing this by yourself in this particular lab exercise. That's just my own opinion. So basically you are doing both things. You have to go and you have to download the Visual Studio and install it. Okay, so well, it is what it is. So let's just pause, and as soon as this deployment is done, oh, looks like it's already deployed. So let's go to the resource. From here, what we'll do, we are gonna look at the virtual machine. Okay, and from that virtual machine, it looks like it's running. This is my IP address. So what I need to do in here, I'm gonna go, I have a virtual box. In that virtual box environment, I have another Windows that is running. From this window, I'm gonna go and log in to portal.azure.com. Okay, let's see if I can log in to portal.azure.com from inside a virtual. If it does not work, then we'll do something else. Come on. Let's see if I have a Google connectivity. I do, so I should be able to connect and be able to go over here, and I do. Okay, so here, before I do anything in this one, let's try something else again. So from here, if I do RDP, let's see if it gives me a RDP remote desktop connection. Let's click on that one, and computer, let's see if it takes. it didn't take my IP, so let's look at one more time what I have over here. 52 188 160 193 52 188 52, come on, where am I? Here. 52 188 160 193. I want to make sure from here it does not. No, I don't have 52 188 52 188 160 193 160.193. And so options, username, so let's go back and figure out our username and password from here as well. So my username was student and I had a crazy password. Okay, so let's do student and hit connect, and let's see if I can connect to that. Yeah, so now it's asking for the password, so let's check the password. It is PA55W dot. Okay, PA55W dot. Is the W capital? No. Dot RD1234 dot RD1234. Okay, I got that. Just say remember me and hit OK. Okay, let's see. It's asking me, do we trust the certificate? Just say yes, and it should connect me to this computer which is running in an Azure environment. So think about what I have done. I am using a Ubuntu. Under Ubuntu I have a Windows 2019 server. Here it is, Windows Dirt for 2019. Inside that server I'm doing a RDP to the virtual machine that we just created. Now inside this virtual machine I'm going to do some stuff, like we're going to install a couple of machines. Now what we need to do to begin with, the local server, we are going to move this local server. We're going to go to the local server, and what is that? Windows Admin Center bridge together features browser based app just cross it out. And here the thing that is important is the IE enhanced security configuration is on. You just click on it and just choose off for both of them and hit OK. Okay, that's that will take care of a lot of problems that you may face later on. So I think we are there. So here this is what we just did. Now we're gonna start the Internet Explorer and we're gonna download SQL Server Management Studio page. Alright, so here let's go to the Internet Explorer now. So all this going on right now is it inside this particular virtual machine. Use the recommended security privacy. I just say OK, and let's see if it gives me something. Come on, give me something here. So we're gonna look for what are we looking for? We're looking for SQL Server Management Studio. So SQL Server Management Studio download. Okay, so that's what we are looking for. It says download SQL Server Management Studio, so let's just go there to that link, and let's make it a little bit bigger. Download, it's the same. Where is my download link? Let's just click on download SQL Server Management Studio, and here is my link. Let's see if they're asking to download the very latest version of it or not. Download and start SQL version. So it's not, it didn't specify anything particular. So let's open up that link just for another. Yeah, it's going to the same link, so I think we are safe to download this one. So if you click on it, where is it? Did it start downloading? I didn't see anything that said that it download has started, anything like that. So I'm trying to figure out what is, oh, here. Alright, so here you just say run. So it's gonna, what it's gonna do, it's gonna download and it will start the installation process for you. Okay, so let's come back over here to our lab. So they're saying do not wait for the installation to complete, but instead proceed to the next step. What is the next step? The next step is to get the Visual Studio download. So just go to the Visual Studio downloads page, and we're gonna same thing. We're gonna look for the Visual Studio installer window. Click continue. Okay, Visual Studio download is the next thing that we gotta do. So let's go up, and what we want to do, let's go to another page, just call Visual Studio download, and let's say there's my Visual Studio download. Just say go to downloads, and here we go. We have a community edition, professional, enterprise. I think I'm fine with my community edition, so I'll just say free download, and let's see, thank you for downloading. If downloads too shortly, if the download does not start, so it's already starting to download, and it's asking for some stuff. We'll just say other, just give your country and an email address, and from here you can say submit over here, and let's see what is going on. So here as well I'm going to do the same thing, say run, and while this is running, let's come back to our oh, it's already done and it's asking for some stuff. So let's go to the back to the lab. When prompted in the workloads window in the desktop mobile section, select .NET desktop environment checkbox and click install. So that's what we need. Okay, so now this installer is starting. So just remember that we need to check for the .NET. Okay, so hopefully this download doesn't take too long, and hopefully you have maybe a machine where you already have both things installed and you do not have to do this this configuration. And as I said, I just believe that the first deployment that we have done, that one should have included all of that as part of the deployment, so we are not doing it manually, but that's just my own personal opinion. Alright, so over here it says not ASP, we need .NET, right? That's what .NET Core. So let's go back and see exactly what they wanted. .NET desktop environment. So let's see, where is my .NET desktop? Desktop development. We see .NET desktop development. So I got it. So this one is all we need for this particular lab. So verify if they're asking anything. They're not asking anything. Do not wait for the Visual Studio complement. Proceed to the next task. Okay, so go back. So that's all we need, and just say okay. So now it's it has started installation of the .NET framework for desktop application development within our server environment. Okay, so that's good. So far it's going fairly well. I have not seen, and over here if you see, this also got downloaded. So it's asking me for the installation of the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. I'll just say okay, go ahead and install it. So now I have two different installation process going on at the same time. Okay, so it's installing over here our Visual Studio Community, and we are also installing our SQL Server Management Studio. So everything is going fine, so I'm happy about it. So let's go back to the lab and see what is going on. So do not wait for this installation to complete, but instead proceed to the next task. Okay, you have deployed and initiated configuration of an Azure virtual machine that you will use in the next exercise of the lab. Yeah, we know that. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, if you had this, you didn't have to, you can quickly go to this configuring a key vault section of it. Okay, so what we're gonna do within the remote desktop sessions, I'm just signing from here. Okay, I don't need to remote desktop to this one. We're gonna go to the portal, and we're gonna open up a PowerShell. Okay, and we're gonna run this command. So we already have this, right? So to get to the PowerShell, you just need to click on this cloud shell icon. It's gonna give you either the PowerShell or the bash. If you're going to the first time, it's gonna give you this option to select, and it's gonna say that if you do not have a storage associated with it, it will create a storage. Or if you can go and show advanced setting, if you click on that one, then you can use existing lab like this, create new storage account. So just I'm just going to use the default actions for this one. Okay, and go with whatever is default, create store. It will create everything for me, and I'm happy with whatever is creating. But if you want to configure, you know, you're welcome to go over there and create and configure your storage account the way you like. All right, so it will take just a minute. Once the storage account is created, that's where this shell is going to store off all of its data. Look at that, our installation is going pretty well. It's 3% done, and the other one is also a lot of it done, looks like. Okay, let it go. So we are over here. So your PowerShell window is coming up right now, and although the lab says that you have to get into this from that from your virtual machine, I'm just using my Ubuntu to get to that one, because I'm not using my local environment to run my PowerShell commands. I'm using the cloud shell, which is in the cloud, and you can run this command from anywhere in the world, right? So the first command, new AZ resource group, AZ500 lab 10, but I think we have already created this particular resource group, location STOS. So let's, if you click on that one, trim provide resource group already exists. Are you sure you want to update it? I'm just gonna say no, because I don't need to do that. As I said, we have already got that resource group. Okay, so what if you skip the task one? Look at that, then you need this, otherwise you don't need that. So, and now we need to create a key vault. Now for key vault, your key vault name has to be unique. So what this command is gonna do is gonna use AZ500 kv and append that with a random value. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to our shell and write this, and then if you do echo on $kv, and this is gonna be the key vault, right? So we are good up to this point. Now you can run this command to create the key vault. Okay, so let's see what is the command doing. So if you do this, it's very easy. New AZ key vault, then you're providing the key vault name, and this key vault name is the variable that you have created in the previous command. Where is it's in the resource group, you are providing the resource group that you already have, and location inside this resource group, you still want this to be deployed in the STOS region. Okay, now hit enter, and it should create the key vault for you. Okay, that's very good. Now the output of this display of the vault name with the vault URI in the format. So you will see the vault. That's why I said that your vault has to be unique within Azure. So globally unique. So anybody can get to that vault. It has to be a unique identifier. All right. Now, so once this is done, it's telling us to go to the resource group and go to the key vault and configure the access policies. In the access policy, we are gonna add an access policy, and let's see how to do that. Okay, so look at over here, our SQL Server Studio installation is done. So let's close over here as we are here. So other Visual Studio Community 2019 is still installing and 42% is done. Okay, let's go back. So this deployment access policy is not set. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So what they're saying is now go to the resource group, and we can close this one now, and this is the resource group that we just created, right? So in this resource group, this is my key vault, and it says key vault, right? That's the weird AZ with the random number identifier. So over here you have a resource group, but you do not have any access policy. Okay, so here we gotta set our access policy over here. So where is my access policy? Is right over here under the settings. So you click on here, you do not have anything, no access policies whatsoever. So you have to create the access policies right there. Okay, now over here you have configured from template, key permissions, secret permissions, certificate permissions, and select principal, authorized applications. So nothing is there. So let's see how they want us to select. Okay, configure from template optional. We're gonna use key, secret, and certificate management. So if you click on it, key, secret, and certificate management. So if you choose, look at that, it's already got by default some permissions, 9 different permissions for the keys, and 7 different permissions for secret, certificate permission 15 different one. Okay, key permissions select all, resulting 16 selected. So what we want to do, we want to do select all. So increase the permission, set of permissions. It looks like for all of them is doing select all. So let's just do that. Let's go over here, do select all and select all. So 16, 8 and 16. So I'm giving every single permission possible. Okay, select principal, none. On the principal blade, select your user account and select. Okay, so here I'm only going to give myself access to this policy for now, it looks like. So I'm going to choose my account and select. So this is the principal Ankan Bashu. So this is me. And then over here, what we want to do, add the access back on the add access policy blade. Click add the access policy back on the access policies blade of the key vault. Click save your changes. So let's come back over here. So this one we are not configuring anything. So over here just we are clicking over here we're back up, we're just clicking please click save to commit your changes. So let's do that. So we got that right. So we are done up to this portion of the lab. Now add keys to the key vault is also very simple. You can do it using the UI or using our PowerShell. Now what we're gonna do here, let's store the key vault. So this command that you have, so let's go back and open our PowerShell window one more time. So once this opens up, we'll do we're gonna run this command. So this is gonna store the properties of the key vault with this kv variable. Okay, so once that's done, now we're gonna run this command to create a key. Okay, so that's gonna be my lab key. So let's add that one as well. Hit enter. So that one will create and store the key for you in your key vault. And in the PowerShell, run the following to verify the key was created. So let's paste and look at that. So you have the key inside this vault. Here you have a key ID, enabled, true, and created when, updated when, and all of that is defined over here, right? In the PowerShell session, if you want to look at the key, you can also run this particular command. It will show you the key right there. Yeah. All right, so that is the total URI to get to your key. Okay, we are done with this. Minimize the cloud shell, back on the Azure portal, on the key vault blade, in the settings section, click on keys. So over here, settings section, keys, let's minimize this. If we click, so there's the my lab key, it's in enabled, so you can click on that one to look at the properties. Here is my current version of it, it's enabled. All right, let's come back. Okay, over here, look at that, it's almost 99% done, by the way, your Visual Studio installation. So let's go back to the lab. Okay, so we have done that. In the list of, click on the key, and on the my lab clipboard, click the entry represent the current version of the key. Examine the information about the key you created. Okay, you can reference any key by using the key identifier to get the most recent version. Reference http, then key vault name, then vault.azure.net keys my lab key, or get the specific version with https key vault name vault.azure.net keys my lab key and the key version of it. Okay, so if you look at it, this is where is gonna give you everything that you need. So you can copy this link, this is what they were talking about, and we're gonna store it over here. Okay, in this key you can also see, you can do other things, set activation date, when it's activated, when it's expiry date. You can add tags and permitted operations, what kind of things you can do with this key, they're all defined in here. And even what kind of key, it's a RSA key, and the key size 2048 is the size of the key that we're using, that we have created. Okay, so now next, that's a key. What about a secret? Secret is just like a password, and you can similar to how we added the key, we can run some PowerShell command. So let's just do that. So open up our PowerShell window, and if you look at, now we are creating a secret value, and what it's doing is converting to secure string. That's a command, and you're seeing convert, use password, this password, and as plain text, and force it to, and convert it to a secure string. So run that command, and once you have that, now you can run the next command to create the secret. The name of the secret is SQL password. This is the name of the secret. Okay, so run this command and hit enter, and it should have created your secret by now. And what you can do to make sure that your secret is created, you can just run this command, and it should tell you what it is when it's created, that's your secret, and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, minimize the cloud shell, and again we'll go to our cloud portal. So here you have keys, under keys you have secret, so you go to secret, minimize, and here is the secret that you just created. Click on it. So again you can click this to get to your secret, and again similar kind of stuff. And if you want to know, you can copy the secret value even, and you come back over here, and here's the secret that you have provided, right? So far it's going pretty good. Now in the next thing that we're gonna do here, it says create an application to demonstrate the key vault for encryption. Now let's see, so let's do this. I'm going to stop this video here just to manage the time just a little bit better, and break this lab into 2 sections. And in the next section, let's do this, because this is going to take another 60 minutes to do this second part of it. Okay, so let's meet in the next lab. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please comment, leave your valuable comments. I really appreciate your comments, and good luck with the exam. Hopefully it was a little bit useful for you. So let's come back and meet in the next lab, next video, to finish up the lab. Thank you for watching this one. Really appreciate it. Thank you.